Alright, let's set the stage. Today's lineup is all about value with no compromises. We're breaking down the top 5 budget-friendly pistols worth carrying in 2025. Price ceiling? $425. That's the hard cap, not a clearance deal, not a one-day blowout. These pistols need to be consistently available at or below that number with solid aftermarket support. Why $425? Because inflation has thinned out the bargain shelves, and the budget segment that used to be packed now has fewer players. The guns on this list still deliver reliability, shootability, and proven defensive performance without breaking the bank. Every pistol here is a semi-automatic, either striker-fired or hammer-fired. Revolvers are excluded. Those get their own category. Our grading focuses on ergonomics, durability, reliability under real-world conditions, parts and holster availability. These are pistols you can realistically trust for everyday carry, backup duty, or budget home defense. Now let's kick it off with number 5. Number 5. Ruger LCP Max. The Ruger LCP Max is Ruger's answer to the modern micro compact. It's a 9mm striker-fired pistol that's small enough for deep concealment, but built to actually shoot like a service pistol. At its core, the gun runs on a polymer chassis system. That chassis accepts different grip modules, letting you fine-tune hand fit and index points without swapping the entire pistol. The trigger is a flat-faced Glock-style geometry, with a short, tactile reset and a clean break. That gives you predictable follow-up shots, even out of such a small package. The slide machining comes with front and rear serrations for confident racking and press checks. And from the factory, it's already cut for micro-reflex optics, so you don't need adapter plates. Magazine capacity is a standout here. Factory mags hold 15 rounds, with smaller flush-fit options available for maximum concealment. Even though it's a Micro 9, the combination of chassis weight and grip ergonomics keeps recoil manageable. Muzzle rise is controllable, and sight recovery stays fast on strings of fire. The controls are low-profile and ambidextrous-friendly, making it a strong option whether you're carrying appendix or strong side. Field stripping is conventional. It follows standard striker-fired takedown procedures, so nothing exotic. In terms of reliability, most user reports confirm the pistol runs clean on quality 9mm loads with standard maintenance. Ruger's production fixes on early models ironed out the rough edges. And here's the kicker retail price. The LCP Max usually sits in the high 300s, making it one of the few optics-ready micro compacts with 15-round capacity that still falls under the value ceiling. Number 4. Smith & Wesson SD9. The Smith & Wesson SD9 has been around long enough to prove what it is. A polymer frame, 9mm service pistol built as a no-frills defensive tool. It grew out of the old Sigma lineage, but what you've got here is far more refined. This pistol was designed for simple mechanics, easy maintenance, and durability in daily use. Field stripping follows a straightforward takedown procedure with a minimal parts count. It was built for quick service and routine cleaning without specialty tools. The trigger geometry on the early SD9 was tuned toward law enforcement safety margins. That meant a longer, heavier pull, not target light, but intentional, to cut down on negligent discharges under stress. Later runs sharpened that design. Travel was shortened, the break was cleaned up, but the deliberate weight stayed in place to keep it a defense-oriented trigger. Ergonomics were laid out with a broad palm swell and a full backstrap profile, giving you more surface contact and better recoil management than older thin-grip micros. The slide machining comes with front and rear serrations, deep enough for one-hand manipulation and emergency reloads. Factory sights are metal, 3-dot units, drift adjustable for proper zero. Capacity sits in the double stack class, giving you real-world firepower without becoming overly bulky for carry. Reliability is the SD9's strongest card. It has logged decades of high round counts, police service, and civilian carry use without any major reputation for failure. Parts and magazines are everywhere. Aftermarket support is broad, so long-term ownership isn't a concern. And the price? Street cost regularly hovers around $300 flat. That makes it one of the most cost-effective service pistols on the market when you balance price, parts availability, and durability. Number 3. PSA Dagger. The PSA Dagger is where value and modularity meet head-on. This pistol shook up the budget market by giving you Glock pattern compatibility at an entry-level price. Formats range from micro carry frames to full-size duty builds. You can pick from plain slide versions, optic-ready cuts, or full packages that ship with a mini reflex sight installed right from the factory. The chassis tracks the Gen 3 Glock footprint, which means you can run standard Glock magazines without a hiccup. Yes, the first production runs had teething issues, but years of refinement have tightened up reliability. The Dagger today has proven itself far more consistent. Variants cover multiple slide lengths, grip profiles, and configurations, so shooters can dial in exactly how they want the pistol to carry and shoot. The factory trigger is serviceable for defensive work. Not match grade, but functional. And since it's Glock pattern, you've got endless aftermarket trigger upgrades if you want to swap it out. Sight options include standard 3-dot irons, suppressor height sets for co-witness, and slides cut for nearly every micro-reflex optic footprint in the industry. Because it runs Glock pattern magazines, logistics stay easy. Whether it's Glock OEM, Magpul, or aftermarket mags, you're covered. Price is where this gun lands its knockout. Base models start around $299. Factory optic-equipped variants stretch to about $550. For late 2025, that's still a serious value-to-performance ratio. A few buyer checks are worth noting. Confirm slide-to-frame fit on your sample. Cycle multiple magazines to verify proper seating. And if you're running the optic-ready versions, double-check mounting torque and zero retention. Since launch, aftermarket parts support has exploded. Barrels, slides, triggers, and upgrades are easy to find, and repair logistics are far better now than in year one. The Dagger is, without question, one of the most versatile pistols you can buy on a budget today. Number 2. Taurus G3 Series. The Taurus G3 lineup is built for shooters who want maximum coverage in the budget lane. You've got the G3C Compact that rides easy for daily carry. The full-size G3 if you're looking at duty or home defense use. The G3X, which blends a compact-length slide with a full-length grip. And in some markets, you'll even find tactical packages that come optic cut or threaded. When these first hit the market, price tags started in the $250 range. Secondary sales pushed higher once word got out, but the G3 still lands well below most of its peers. Performance across multiple test guns shows what you'd expect in this tier. Practical function over polish. They'll run, but finish quality and consistency aren't at premium levels. You will see variance in quality control. Some samples feel dialed in right out of the box. Others may need an early trip back under the Taurus warranty. That warranty is there for a reason, and it does give you recourse if you hit an out-of-box failure. Both plain slide and optic-ready builds exist, so check which one you're holding before purchase. The trigger has a unique rhythm compared to other budget strikers. Always put hands on one before you commit, because some shooters adapt easily, others don't. Capacity, magazine release placement, slide stop, and rail space all line up with modern service pistol standards. Mags are easy to find, and aftermarket holster options have caught up as more people run these in daily carry. The tactical trim G3s command a bit of a premium, but the standard models still sit around $300 retail, making them one of the cheapest viable defensive pistols in the US market. If you're shopping one, your checklist should include smooth and consistent trigger pull, magazines that seat and lock clean, basic cycling check for reliable feeding and extraction, factor in warranty coverage and the chance of minor QC quirks, and the Taurus G3 Series stays a real contender for anyone who wants a budget-friendly, carry-capable handgun. Number 1. Beretta APX A1. Sitting at the top spot is the Beretta APX A1. This pistol is where modern ergonomics, high-quality machining, and proven reliability all land inside the same price ceiling. You're getting interchangeable backstraps that actually fit hands across the spectrum. An aggressive grip texture that keeps the pistol planted even under fast recoil, and a striker-fired trigger that breaks clean, predictable, and carry-ready. The design uses a modular chassis system. Right now, aftermarket grip frames are limited, but the foundation is there for long-term growth if the platform expands. Controls are ambidextrous from the factory, which means left or right-handed shooters have no hurdles running this gun. Range testing has been excellent. No recurring reliability issues. No red flags in cycling, durability, or parts life. The fit and finish stand out above anything else in this price bracket. Slide-to-frame feel, machining, and overall ergonomics make follow-up shots smoother and faster under stress. On shelves, the standard A1 averages $400 to $415 retail. And for nearly a year, Beretta ran a manufacturer rebate that knocked real-world costs down to about $250. That was a shocking deal for a Beretta of this quality. If you want a defensive pistol under $425 that doesn't compromise on quality, the APX A1 is the clear #1 pick. That wraps the list. If there's another budget pistol that belongs here, drop it in the comments and it'll get reviewed in a future update. Keep training. Run your chosen defensive loads through the pistol you actually carry. And stay sharp on fundamentals. Like, subscribe, comment. Remember, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.